my beautiful viewers on E360. How are you feeling? I am over the moon. I've got my Penny here. I've got my miracle man here. I've got my angel lady here. I've got my Blaze here. Oh, I cannot wait. I've got my Susie here. Oh, and I've got my Wendy here. So today, I am so happy. I've got amazing guests, and we're going to talk about purpose. Do you have a purpose? Do you know what your purpose is? And my belief is if you know what your purpose is, and you can put all your passion into it to serve others with love, we are. Ooh, are you ready for it? Ooh, changing the world. So, my beautiful guest, I am so thrilled that you are here. I'm going to ask you to please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from. And then we will start with the question part. Are you ready, my beautiful guest? Are you ready?
We are ready.
Yeah, reading.
Ah! And I've got my African drum ready to play as well. So, Penny, please start with you. Introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
I'm Penny Hopkinson. I'm from Stratford-on-Avon, UK, Shakespeare country. And I'm an author of a book called Manual Magic, Create the Operations Manual Your Franchisees Need to Succeed. And I'm a coach and mentor. And I've been doing this for, nearly 40 years now. So, yes, and before that I was a journalist. So it all came together, and I am absolutely delighted to be here, and it's fantastic, Sanet.
Oh,
Lovely
wow.
to be here.
So, my beautiful Penny, we in the evening. So, you in the UK, I'm in South Africa. Now we're going to the gentlemen and ladies that's in the afternoon. So, my beautiful miracle man, you know, I love you very much. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Sanet, my dancing queen and beautiful butterfly. I am just thrilled to be here and share this amazing topic with these beautiful experts and to learn and share together. I am Howard Brown from Michigan in the United States here. It's in the afternoon, and I am the original Mr. Shining Brightly, of course. So we shine
Okay, wait.
brightly. Yes, you have yours? Oh, all righty. So we are shining brightly together to lift up others to make this world a better place. I am a best-selling author of the book Shining Brightly, and I'm also a award-winning international motivational speaker. And I have a hot podcast, The Shining Brightly Show, that has reached 160,000 people that we can uplift and rise together. And I'm so pleased to be here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
My beautiful angel lady, can you please introduce yourself?
Oh, thank you, Sanet. Yes, I'm Susan Flerchinger, your vibrant energy engineer. And I'm a 20-year software engineer turned energy healer. And really my purpose is to help heal people, heal humanity. And I use energy healing and divine guidance to help with that and to allow that to happen more amazingly. And one of my gifts is being a voice for the angels. So I am here as bringing that beautiful divine support to our life so that we can live our purpose, live our passions, and live a life that we absolutely love.
I love that. I love you. Thank you so much, my beautiful Susan. And Blaze, I know I want to go Superman. I don't know why, because you are a Superman to so many gentlemen around the world. So please introduce yourself, my beautiful Blaze.
Sanet, thank you very much for having me, and
Again, like Howard said, it's amazing to sit on this panel with so many beautiful people. So my name's Blasé Grinner. I hail from the Sunshine Coast, Australia. I'm actually Kiwi, though. I don't sound it. I was actually born in New Zealand. I'm Maori. My mum's Maori, and we moved here when I was 4. So I've got to pay respect to my roots. So upon many things, very firstly, I'm a husband to a beautiful wife. I'm a father of 3 beautiful children, 2 boys and a girl, and I'm a men's coach. So a lot of people, it's a new area. Men's work is fairly new. So the way I describe men's work is what I do is I take men on the longest journey of their life, which is 16 inches out of their head and into their heart. It's a long journey for some men and myself. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Thank you for having me.
I've got goosebumps. I've got goosebumps. So if I get goosebumps, it's my hard glasses that comes to my eyes, my beautiful Blaze. Thank you so much, my beautiful Blaze. And then if I can introduce my beautiful Suzi. So Blaze, Suzi, and beautiful Wendy is in our future. So that it's already the morning, the next morning. So my beautiful Suzi, you are for me the star, my rock star. So please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Sanet. Good morning, everyone. It's so lovely to be here. My name is Suzi Dent. I live on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. I'm a multi-award winning film and television hair and makeup artist with over 40 years experience in the entertainment industry. I'm an international motivational speaker, and I'm an author of 4 books. The last one is my favourite, 60 is the New 40, the ultimate guide to defying age. I live my life to empower and inspire others using my brushes and my words to help them reach their full potential in life. So, yeah, that's me.
Wow, I love it. I love it. And my beautiful guest, I'm going to bring James in, but we're going to move a little bit. So are you ready to move a little bit? And then I'm going to introduce beautiful Wendy. But let me first of all bring James in. James, make sure you are muted when you come in. There we're going to move. There you are.
Hey, everyone.
So, James, I'm muting you. We're coming back to you. So, my beautiful Wendy, I will unmute you. Please, my beautiful Wendy, introduce yourself. And I cannot wait for people to hear you. This morning, we had such an amazing session, and I was profound proud and honored to witness what happened this morning. But I'm not going to steal your thunder. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you for that beautiful introduction, Sanet. So my name's Wendy B King, and the B we will get onto in a wee minute. I'm a life and transformational coach, and I'm from New Zealand. I was born in Scotland, and my parents immigrated to New Zealand when I was 8 months old. So New Zealand is really my home. I have visited Scotland to meet all my relations because they did leave behind my mum and dad left behind their brothers and their sisters, and I really grew up with only one cousin in New Zealand. And I didn't grow up with my grandparents, so it was quite a different situation. With that sort of being the foundation of my upbringing, there was a lot of sadness in my household, and also my parents became quite religious, but it was extreme, which meant I had to be the good girl, the perfectionist, and the role model and the caretaker, which meant I grew up not really knowing who I was. And on top of that, at the age of 25, my firstborn baby died at 5 months of age. I did go on to have 4 beautiful children. However, that death of a child, because no one talks about grief, and I was literally told to get on with life, suck it up, move on. You've got 4 beautiful children, so what are you upset about? So it was lack of acceptance for who I was or being validated for what I'd been through. And it wasn't until of late that I became a recent author, because I had to do the study and the research about why we are affected so critically about the death of a child, what happens to our mind, our body, our soul, our heart. And so now I am sharing what I know and what I've learnt with the amazing families, the amazing women, the amazing husbands out there, to help the world be a better place.
I love it. I love it. So, my beautiful James, I'm going to come over to you. I unmuted you. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Hey everyone, I am from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I'm James Robert Elliot.
And what do you do, James?
So I help entrepreneurs become limitless entrepreneurs. Essentially, I help entrepreneurs achieve self-mastery. That way they can break through that, either 6 or 7 figure limit, and really have the travel they want, spending time with family and friends, get out of their own way, get past self-doubt, overwhelm, imposter syndrome, burnout, and really skyrocket their business, take their business and themselves to a whole new level. So it's a lot of fun, and I love seeing entrepreneurs succeed, especially people that want to help people or the planet.
Wow, that's amazing. So as you can see, my beautiful viewers on E360 and all the Diamond Beauties and Tanzanite Heroes, we've got South Africa in the house. We've got UK in the house. We've got America in the house. We've got Canada in the house. We've got Australia in the house. And one of my favorite places in the whole world, because my children and grandchildren are in New Zealand, and we've got New Zealand in the house. Oh, I'm so excited. So my beautiful ones, this is a 2-hour summit, and I'm just going to make sure everybody is muted on my side. So I wanted to ask you if all of you can spend not a long time, but maybe a minute, a minute, to tell me, what does purpose mean for you? Not your purpose. What does purpose means for you? So I'm going to start with Penny, and it's going to be randomly, not going through the row. So I'm coming to you soon, Penny, but I will start with you first.
Purpose for me means that you have an aim in life, and people have different purposes according to whether they are using them for personal or for professional reasons. And for me, my purpose is really to help people succeed, but through the intermediary, which will either be a franchisor or a multi-site business owner, or it could be a very large organization with one single place in which the company resides.
Thank you, thank you. My beautiful angel lady, can you tell us what purpose means for you? I've unmuted you.
Muted myself again. Purpose to me, it really is the passion and the drive that gets you up every day. It's living the life that you were created for. We all have gifts. We were all designed in a beautiful, unique way. And it's being able to be that purpose and live that purpose to really lift up our whole world. So that's what purpose is to me.
I love it. I love it. And my beautiful Susie, my rock star, what does purpose mean for you?
Purpose for me is something that comes from inside. It's like the ladies both said, it's something that drives you. It's something that can drive you to find yourself and your purpose in life and who you actually are as you're growing up. And then it can become purpose for your business life. So it's twofold.
Wow, I love it. And then also from my side to your side, my beautiful Penny, Susan, and Susie, I want to say thank you so much for being the sponsor of the show. We will be playing your commercials for the first hour, and then we will play your commercials for the second hour to say thank you. But we're gonna do it in a few seconds, but I want to know everybody's what I think about the purpose. So I'm going to ask Wendy. Wendy, can you tell us what does purpose means for you?
Well, in a nutshell, it's our reason for living. If we don't have a purpose, why are we here? Everybody needs a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, you're empty. So it's really the essence of who you are, the essence of your soul. That is your purpose. You feel it, you know it, and it's a fire within you. So that is a purpose of living.
I love it. I love it. And my beautiful ones, since June 2020, the Ikigai, the Japanese concept of purpose of living, is part of my everyday. So my beautiful miracle man, your turn, your turn.
So it's hard to overcome, but I will tell you this: it is intention, objective, goals, and it has to be your why. It has to be your why. That's your purpose.
I love it. I love it. I love it. My beautiful Blaze, what is your comment? Oh, let me unmute. I'm standing here and going like Superman, and I didn't unmute you.
That's all good, thank you. Mine's a combination of what everyone said so far. So our purpose is our reason to exist, though it isn't outside of ourselves. And so the way that I view purpose is that every soul has a purpose, and so 7.7 billion souls on this planet, we all have a purpose, and our soul's purpose is to live its fullest expression. And so that being said, if we live our fullest expression, we are always on purpose, which means there's nothing ever outside of ourselves that is purpose. And so that means also, if you're constantly living your purpose, there's always stepping stones that you're always on purpose. So I see so often men looking for purpose outside themselves. And so with that said, we are also humans as well. So we're humans with a soul. So there is this, like we said, with business and personal. But if anytime we ever get lost, just if we can be our fullest expression, make sure that we're living life, we're always on purpose.
Wow. And then before I go to James, I wonder, you are wondering, why did Sanet pick this particular panel for today's purpose? So my beautiful viewers, when we had the coffee chat, me and all of this amazing guests, if I talked about what is your biggest dream, all of them have told me about purpose and how they want to help other people with their purpose. So I created this summit specially for purpose, especially for you. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here. James, what does purpose mean for you? And let me just make sure you're unmuted. You can go.
All right. So purpose is a big one. I love what everyone has said. For me, it's my North Star. It's the guide, your guiding light, shining light. It's your direction. And also, I think it can help us figure out why we're either doing things we don't want to do or not doing things we want to do. I find we either get depressed, or we're emotional eating, or booze or drugs, or whatever the vice is, even overworking. And I find off of that is, okay, to ask yourself the question, okay, how am I not on purpose? Where am I not on purpose? Because we will be numbing the pain or the anxiety of not being on purpose with booze or drugs or sex or whatever it is, right? And well, why am I not doing what am I doing here, or smoking or anything? It's well, I'm not on purpose, so I need these other things to make me feel better. So it's your guiding light, and it can also be, I think, help diagnose, why am I doing this stuff that I don't want to do, or why am I not doing what I want?
Wow, I love it. Thank you so much, my beautiful James. I'm going to ask my three beautiful sponsors the same question, but I will ask different questions for all of you. So my three beautiful sponsors, I want to ask you, what legacy do you hope to leave behind through living your purpose? So who I can go to? Suzi, I want to go to you first. But before I do that, my beautiful Suzi, may I play your beautiful commercial?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, so my beautiful guest, I'm gonna play Susie's commercial. It was such a blessing to add a video, and it was. I love it. I love it. And I just want to let all of you know the production that I've done. That commercial or reel is the production, and it's me. So if you see "mwah" at the end, it's me, and you know "mwah" stands for Moments with Authentic Heart. So here we go, my beautiful Susie. Here is your commercial.
Hi, I'm Suzi Dent, Empowerment and Wellbeing Coach. If you're in midlife and ready to embrace the next chapter with energy and confidence, I'm here to help. You might look in the mirror and see the visible signs of aging, but deep down you know that age is just a number. My Thrive and Renew program is designed for women like you who want to rediscover their vitality and feel stronger in body, mind and spirit. In just 30 days, you'll unlock the vibrant, empowered version of yourself that's ready to shine. It's time to thrive and renew. Please visit my website, ageisjustanumber.com.au for more information.
Thank you, my beautiful Susie, and my beautiful guest, Susie. That video last night, her time very late. So you are amazing, amazing. So my beautiful Susie, can you tell us what legacy would you love to leave?
My purpose came to me because life took me on this journey, and I've kind of left a legacy, and I'm constantly leaving a legacy, which is takes a little bit of explanation. I won't go into it now. I'm one of the women at the beginning of the Me Too movement. I was part of a massive court case that took place in the UK. Having worked as a makeup artist for a very, very famous entertainer when I was 23 and sexually assaulted by him on set. So I got to come forward. I was chosen by the judge to come forward in this court case. The court case was really huge in the world and was the beginning of women being with historical crimes being listened to and heard. It changed things in the entertainment industry in 2014. It changed things in my industry. It changed things in the world. Women were then found their bravery, found their fearlessness, came forward and also reported on other famous stars who had taken advantage of them. And it had like a domino effect around the world. And it started in Australia and the UK and then hit America. Then we saw the Me Too hashtag go viral in 2017, which I like to call the biggest healing movement for women that the world has ever seen. So my legacy just continues and continues. I've been seen by millions of people around the world and interviewed to help other people find their voice and to come forward and be brave and tell their story. Because when we start telling our story, even if it's just to one person, we begin our healing journey. So I'm so grateful and humbled that life chose me for this journey. So my purpose has been something that started when I was a 23-year-old makeup artist back in 1986, and it still goes on today, which is amazing.
I see Miracle Man. Your eyes went wow when she started. She is still beautiful and she will be beautiful forever. Timeless beauty. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. And can you tell us quickly about your amazing book and your course that's in the commercial?
Well, my book, 60 is the New 40, The Ultimate Guide for Aging, is also something that is my purpose. It's my purpose to teach people how to find a voice. Having worked in the media for such a long time, I coach people how to tell their story, how to present themselves on camera. And I also believe that age is just a number. At 62 years young, I like to encourage women and men to step outside their comfort zone. You are never too old to try things. You're never too old to reinvent yourself in life. You've got to give things a go. And as you get older, you should be more fearless and take on more of your purpose in life. And sometimes we find it later in life what our purpose is, because we spend the first half of our life really discovering who we actually are and what we're supposed to be doing in this life. Yeah, I'm very proud of my book. It's my 4th book. I like to work with women and men, mainly women. I leave the working to men like Blaze and Howard and James. I just like to help people find their voice and empower them to live their best lives.
Wow. My beautiful miracle man, do you have a question that you would love to ask Suzi? Oh, just wait, miracle man, wait. Okay, unmuted.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Suzi, I just want to applaud you. I want to tell you that starting a movement is never an intention. It just is a wave and a ripple effect. And I just want to say that you are so courageous to step forward and share such a trauma that you get angel wings and hero wings that to be able to inspire and lift up others. And I love your purpose. So the question is what do you do for an encore now?
I'm Australian. We can always find an encore, Howard.
All righty.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Suzi. And Suzi, you are the privileged lady that's going to ask my beautiful miracle man a question. So in between the sponsors, I am going to ask different people to answer so that we have the videos a little bit staggered. So my beautiful miracle man, are you ready for your question?
All ready.
Okay, that will be question number 9 I sent through to everyone. How do you balance your pursuing your purpose with other responsibilities or aspects of your life?
So I will tell you that balance is a challenge for most people. We wake up each day and we look in the mirror, and so many people do not like what they see. I don't like my job. I'm having difficulty in my family. I'm not feeling well, right? I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm too poor. I'm too rich. There's lots of all this adverse effects. And really what they should be looking into the mirror and saying is that I choose kindness. I choose gratitude. I choose giving and healing. And I actually can lift up myself and go help others. And I call that light. We shine our bright light. And that's what we need to be able to do to achieve balance.
I love it. I love it. And you, my miracle man, didn't even tell people your miracle. But before Suzi's going to ask, I just want to ask you, is it possible that you can tell us about your small miracle?
So I obviously we have a book and I speak in a podcast, but I am a 2-time stage 4 cancer patient, survivor, and advocate. And I suffered, blood cancer when I was 23 and colon cancer at age 50. And I got knocked down to my core. And we all get knocked down in life and in business and in finances and health and relationship. We must get back up. And the way we get back up is allowing people to share their light and help us in our time of need.
I love it. So my beautiful Suzi, do you have a question for our miracle man?
I do. Thank you, Sanet. Howard, lovely to meet you, by the way, on this wonderful platform. I'm so pleased to be here with everyone. Gratitude. I also start my day with gratitude. I'm so grateful for everything, and I believe it's one of the key things that we have in ourselves. Tell us how you would tell people how to find gratitude if they haven't found it. And like you've just told us about this amazing story about surviving cancer twice, because obviously you were not meant to be taken. And in those times, I bet you weren't feeling particularly grateful because it's a really hard thing to go through. So what message would you give to others who are in a really tough situation in life, like their health and facing that sort of really big challenge? How would you help them find gratitude?
The first thing I would say is that don't isolate. Do not isolate. That's walking in darkness. That is the wrong choice. So they need to actually be able to reach out, okay, for themselves. And I call that finding your happy place. Everyone has a happy place. Mine happens to be the basketball court. I don't care if it's meditation, yoga, energy healing, Reiki, traveling, eating. Find a happy place, that stress-free zone, and go there. And go there, right? Now, the other thing and the ability to get out and be grateful is to go provide service. Live a life of service. Buy someone a random coffee. Go talk to a friend in need. Go walk their dog. Go bring a meal to someone and surprise them. Okay? Buy them write poetry and send it to a friend that you haven't talked to in a while. There's so many formats that it's limitless to go be able to actually use your light. And that takes the focus off yourself. And I bet you feel gratitude, because gratitude lives in this magic word called hope. It lives within hope, and everybody needs a little hope. And that's how you can be grateful.
Oh, wow. So my beautiful guest,
Thank
did you love that question and that answer?
Thank you.
So my beautiful two pairs is going to be Blaze and Susan. So Blaze, prepare your question for Susan. But first of all, Susan, I would love to ask you, what legacy are you going to leave because of you living in your purpose? And then we're going to play your beautiful video. And then I will ask Blaze if he can ask you a question. Ah.
You want me to start with before that? Many people don't know, although they're learning that my legacy changed when my father was ill and quickly and suddenly passed away from cancer. And I did the question, God, what legacy do you want me to leave? Because I was distraught. I was in grief, even though I had the amazing family, amazing children, amazing husband, amazing career. I knew that there was something more that this situation and this difficulty brought. And so I asked that question. I said, what legacy do you want me to leave? And over the next few months, I found it out. I was hiking. We travel a lot as a family, and I was in Italy, and this is like heaven on earth place. And I got the words, basically, you need to bring unconditional love, kindness, and healing to humanity, which is like huge. So I was like, whoa, what the heck? How am I supposed to do that? But it is the whole knowingness that we all matter. We are all meant for more. We all have a purpose, and we all get to be in that love and kindness and serve others. So it changes over time with what that looks like, but it started out as being shown, energy healing as a way to start helping people in their healing life. And it just keeps expanding. And my goal really is that everyone knows how much they matter and what a beautiful being they are in the whole of humanity, and that they have a purpose. Everyone has a purpose.
Wow, I love that. And you took me and Natalie on a tour. You are in your cabin, and there was the lake, and the tall trees, and it was truly heavenly. So
and that was my happy place, just as Howard said. That's my happy place.
Wow. And Howard, it was spectacular. I was like, my eyes were gluing to the screen because I saw what she sees every morning or every time she goes out. So my beautiful Susan, are you ready for your commercial?
Sure.
Thank you so much. Here we go.
You ready to be unstoppable? Unstoppable in your business? Unstoppable in life? I've worked with so many entrepreneurs that are doing really big things, but they are struggling with chronic pain and anxiety. Well, I knew I needed to create this program. 12 weeks to Unstoppable, overcoming pain and anxiety. Through energy healing sessions, techniques to ease anxiety, exercises to boost vitality, you will feel unstoppable. If you're ready to supercharge your business and change how you show up in your business and in life, this program is designed for you. You matter, and what you do matters, and it's time for you to soar into the life that you were created for. Contact me, Susan, at formtosoar.com, and let's soar you into that new life now.
Thank you.
Thank you, my beautiful Susan. How amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about your course?
It's working directly with me. Everyone has stuff that holds them back. And pain is one of the things that holds you back from living the life that you truly love. And when it goes on for a while, it literally can stop all things that you want to be pursuing. And so very quickly, because I've learned to work, with your body, talking to your body. I mean, it really is about talking and listening to what the body says is going on, and shifting that. So some of it's mindset, some of it's physicality, things that have happened, but they can be reacted to and supported energetically to be able to shift those situations. And they can be done, again, very, very quickly. And so this whole process just has to do with getting to those roots, clearing them, bringing in the energy and the light that that your body was created to be and move with, and just be able to stop those things that are holding you back and step into where you are meant to be.
Amazing. And my beautiful viewers and my beautiful guests, when I was in America, going from one state to another state, beautiful Susan have kept me in the time zone. So I didn't go, I wasn't too jet lag or anything. I know it was an hour, but also coming back to South Africa, I have normally more jet lag, almost like 12 days. Nice, I unmuted you. 12 days that you are normally because of the big exchange, time zone exchange. But this time, beautiful Susan have helped me. And I took not even 7 days. Remember, I told you it was just over 6 days and then I was back to normal. So, thank you, my beautiful Susan. My beautiful place. You've got a question for Susan.
I do, and I think this is a question that a lot of people sit with, because you mentioned that life was going really well. Like you had your family, you were traveling, and everything was working really well. Then your highest purpose came forward. And so, firstly, thank you for taking that calling and leaning into that. So, I'd like to ask, with that, when everything was working, and then a higher purpose came in, what challenges did that dynamic happen within you, your family unit? Did you get torn? And then if so, with that challenge, how did you overcome that to then fully step into your purpose and follow it?
Well, definitely the challenge was, what would I do differently? Things are going amazing, but I was also living in this grief. And that is what was the catalyst to doing something different. So there was no question that I needed to choose something different, because I was told to act and be differently. And so I just took that. They're like going, what the heck? But I just came to my family and I said, I am meant to be doing something different. And I'm going to pursue that and see what shows up. And very quickly, all these different ways of showing up showed up. And because it was again, the healing piece, because my goal was really to help heal in ways that I couldn't help before, that my family was very okay with, okay, this is a new way of being, and it's going to support us as well. It's going to help my whole family. And the thing that was different is, even though, as an engineer, great money. And it was like, okay, you're all okay giving this up, because I'm going to pursue something that I don't know where that's going to take me monetarily, but it's going to take me in a place that helps people in a whole different level. And then we'll see how the rest of it plays out. And there was no issue. There was do it. No issue. You're helping people in a way that is huge, and go for it. So.
Wow,
Incredible.
beautiful. So I'm going to ask Blaze a question number 8. So Susan, will you then, after his answer, ask him a question as well? So Blaze, are you ready for your question? In
I
what
am.
ways has your purpose impacted the lives of others around you? And this particular question was particularly for you because you sent me all those beautiful photos of all your gentlemen. I just have a back feed. Just let me quickly see who I must. Susan, I will unmute you again. Okay. I think the sound is gone. So I know that you sent me all these beautiful pictures of all the men that you had beautiful sessions with. So this particular question is for you. In what ways has your purpose impacted the lives of others around you?
It's very humbling to answer that question because it affects so many people. To see men come back into their heart and connect with their children more and be more present father. For men that are rekindling their marriage and having a deeper connection with their wives. For men that are discovering their purpose. But then here in Australia, the biggest killer of men is suicide. The biggest killer of men under the age of 44 is suicide. The biggest killer of men across the planet is bowel cancer, in our bowels where we store our anger. And so with the work that I do and the other men and men's work do is we're activating a generation of men where we can feel our emotions, live a purposeful life. Don't get it out of this people pleaser shackle that so many men have around them. So it's like Susie said, with the Me Too movement and the feminist movement, it was such a beautiful thing. Women needed to stand up and take claim of themselves. But what I see with men's work is going to be bigger than the feminist movement. And the reason for that is because the reason that the why that Howard spoke of, why men are working on themselves is for the sake of others, for the sake of our family, for the sake of our children. And I think this is why men's work is so important for men. Like Howard said, we need to have a community. We need to have men by our side. Like iron sharpens iron. Men support men. And this is what's missing on this planet because men have lost trust in each other. Like simple as that. And I think this is the work that I'm doing and leading, and it's very, very humbling to like run a retreat, and then the messages the wives send me the day after, like, what have you done? I can see his eyes again. I can feel him again. Then when the kids run up to the dads and stuff, it's just magic just to see these men soften and let their armor down and their wall down and to trust themselves and reveal more of themselves and reveal their heart. So yeah, it is a very humbling experience, and like Susan said, I was in construction. I was leading, building massive shopping centers, and got the calling and asked, did the Ikigai process without knowing the Ikigai process of like, why am I here? I think there's something bigger than just construction, and then yeah, that led me down this path.
You gave me tears, my beautiful Blaze. Thank you so much for that. And I saw your little boy come and say hello. Susie's cat have come and say hello. So my beautiful Susan, do you have a question for beautiful Blaze? Susan, just give me 1 second. I was now so happy you're going to ask the question. I didn't unmute you.
Oh, Blaze, I just honor so much of what you were doing, and just thank you for how you are helping your family men. Oh, thank you. And you know, Blaze, I would just ask, similar to what you were asking me, is we change our whole lives and how we work with our families and how we work with the people in our lives. And I'm just curious how that change helped your wife, and then your ability to then step out and be more active with these men in your life. Just curious how that all transpired for you.
Yeah, well, my wife is a powerhouse. So she was in personal development long before I was. She was an entrepreneur long before I was. And so she's been a guiding light. And for me. She was the first person in my life, other than my family, that never walked away with me. Eight and a half years ago, I relapsed, and through an argument that we had, and I didn't have the emotional intelligence to be with her. She was bringing so much forth out of me as a man, and she brought me in closer, very sternly, but brought me in closer. And that's when I started to dive within myself, and that's when I found men's work and personal development, which then ruffled the feathers of so many people around me. So it's usually the family and friends, when you start to find who you are, that they start to question it, because it's no longer safe anymore. So yeah, I had a lot of friends, like all my childhood friends I no longer speak to. So I went through a dark night of soul for about 2 to 3 years with no male friends, and just went really relentless on working on myself. And it was through men's work I realized, like, I've got thousands of men in face-to-face online space, but not one of these men have been in my house. And so I still had this pain of letting all my childhood mates go, because they said, you're in a cult, like, what's this stuff? And if everyone knew you're the real Blaze, no one would be following you. And that was a really interesting thing, because all of my mates were attacking me, and these men that I trusted. And that's where I started going and revealing all of the stuff that, yes, I had been addicted to ice and drugs. Yes, I had done all of these terrible things and cheated on girlfriends, and there was steroid abuse and all of this stuff that I was using to numb out and to feel some part of love within myself, because I couldn't find that. And then once I was able to reveal that to the world, well, they didn't have anything on me anymore. So that was the liberation that I found. And then coming to the same with you, with purpose, I'm so driven for this men's work that it's really challenging at times to remember that I'm raising this beautiful family. And so there's this beautiful method that I got taught called pockets of time, that if we broke the day into 96 intervals, it would be in 15-minute intervals. There's 96 pockets of time. And the psychologist has said that to me. He's like, we work for 8 hours, 32 pockets of time. We sleep for 8 hours. There's 32 pockets of time. You have 32 other pockets of time in your day. How are you spending them? And back then I was worrying, I was stuck in my head, I was blaming the world, all these things. And so those pockets of time is then how I juggle simultaneously being a man on purpose with a big mission, having a beautiful connection with my wife, being a present dad, and taking time out for myself, because that's super important too. Like I do jiu-jitsu and surf. So that pocket of time method has been a game changer. So it's like, cool, I'm here for that pocket of time. 15-minute bang, every 15 minutes, and my days and everything's structured efficiently. I get challenged a lot on that too. They're like, oh, you're very, very structured. Where's the flow? I was like, the masculine structure brings the feminine flow. So I structure in, flow, and so, yeah, thank you for that beautiful question. And yeah, it was really lovely to sit in that reflection.
Wow.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. So, my beautiful guest, did you love Blaze's answer and Susan's question? I did. So, my beautiful James, you and Penny are going to do some answering questions. So, my beautiful James, you will get number 7. What advice would you give to someone who's struggling to define their purpose? But first of all, we will go to Penny, as Penny is our sponsor for the show. So, my beautiful Penny, can you tell us what is your legacy that you're going to leave because you are living in your purpose?
My legacy is a very practical one, because I deal with operations manuals for franchises and licenses and multi-site businesses. And the key problem that these people have is that they don't know where to start. They don't know how to document their business system and all their know-how. And so I've spent the last 38 years helping them to do this so that their franchisees and licensees and employees succeed. And the whole reason for this is because in a franchise and a license, the people who take up a franchise or a license do it because they don't want to do this alone. They need the support of their franchisor or licensor. So what I do is to help in every single way I can to make the operations manual something that is super helpful and they can follow. And today we're dealing with multi-generations under one workplace. So we need to think very carefully how we present the material from which they will learn. So I've reimagined the operations manual as a knowledge sharing environment, because what 25-year-old wants to read a manual? But if they have something that is engaging, something that gives them purpose for doing what they're doing within a business, then that's a whole different situation. It helps them to scale their business, and it helps the franchisor be as successful as they want to be if they follow the recommendations. So my legacy has been my book, and that is Manual Magic, Create the Operations Manual Your Franchisees Need to Succeed. And I'm going to produce another edition, which is a generic edition. So it means that anyone running an operation, running a business can succeed using the 3-step process that I've devised.
I love that. And please check out your call to action I put at the back of your banner. Can I play your video, my beautiful Penny?
You can indeed.
Here we go.
Hi, I'm Penny Hopkinson, author of Manual Magic, Create the Operations Manual Your Franchise Needs to Succeed. Step into a world where knowledge is power. My book transforms the traditional operations manual, empowering franchisees to thrive. As an expert in knowledge sharing, I help businesses engage today's digital savvy workplace. Imagine your team crafting dynamic visual procedures right from their smartphones, then accessing them at the point of need via QR codes. Manual Magic is your blueprint for success. Don't let outdated manuals hold you back. Head to Amazon and grab your copy today. Let's build your success together.
I'm so happy. And did you see I sneak in that you are coming to Soul Diamond Authors Journey? You are coming next week, Wednesday, and you will be the Spotlight Author. And beautiful Howard is going to be this week's Spotlight Author. So I am so excited. How do you feel about your video?
I think it needs practice, but it gets the message across.
Oh, wow. It was beautiful, and you have done a beautiful job. So, my beautiful James, do you have a question for our beautiful Penny?
I do, Ash. I do. The question is, how do you know you're not on purpose or have been thrown off your purpose? What lets you know? How do you know?
Oh, that's interesting. I think if you have your purpose and you make sure that you revisit it constantly, in other words, you check in to that purpose, then you'll know whether you're on it or you're off it. And what I do is, many of us who run businesses, we've got many different sort of strings to what we're doing, and we can get sidetracked. For instance, I've spent the last 2 years writing the book and promoting it, and I promote it through podcasts and all sorts of things, wonderful shows like this. But it's easy to get sidetracked from what your real purpose is. And now I'm in a situation where I'm constantly checking in to make sure that I'm serving the audience for whom the book was intended.
Fair. I like that. I like that. Thank you.
I love that. So, Penny, you will ask a beautiful James a question. So, James, here goes your question. What advice would you give someone struggling to find or define their purpose?
That is a great question. What advice would I give to someone struggling to find or define their purpose? So I always tell people there's a secret or a bit of a hint. Like, right, the people say, well, what am I meant to do? Who am I meant to help? And the secret, if you will, air quotes, is the past version of you, right? Find people out there that are the past version of you, even if it was a year ago or 5 or 10 years ago or 6 months ago, because as long as you keep up leveling yourself and growing and learning, you can also keep up leveling that recent old version of you. I think it's the most authentic thing we can do, is helping that old version, just like I help people become limitless. I was limited, unfortunately, years ago due to a lot of bullying and things like that, bullying, traumas, you name it. And really helping the old version of me grow and succeed was a big thing. And helping the old version of me, get past the things that kept me stuck and overcome them was one of the most authentic things I could do, because I'm passionate about it. I learned how to do it. I've been there, done that, versus, trying to help someone with something you have no idea how to do or have never done before, especially never achieved yourself. Right. So it's a very authentic thing to do. And so it's, look at that past version of you, whichever version that was, however far back you go, was that past version of you, and how can you help them with that? And that'll change as well. It'll change anyways. Your purpose will, as someone said it before, it'll change, it'll evolve, but just look to those old versions of you and who would you really love to help, and go find other versions of them out there in the world.
I love that. And I had to put on my glasses because you gave me goosebumps, because sometimes as a coach or a mentor, you want to search for your tribe. Just go back to what, as you say, go back to what you were. So I love that. So my beautiful Penny, are you ready? Will you ask beautiful James his question?
Absolutely. When I was a little girl, my father used to take me into his factory and say, this is how it does it. Now you do it. And I wrote an article at college on the art of hot wire cutting, which was pretty odd for somebody who was only 16. But my tutor wrote beside it, have you ever thought of getting into technical journalism? And that was my light bulb moment and my acknowledgement that I had a purpose, because all I wanted to do was to communicate, starting by being a journalist. What was your key moment when you found your purpose and have changed throughout the years?
Great question, Penny. Great question. Thank you. So I think my purpose was me, having sought out a coach myself, loving the work, having grown immensely and intensely, and saying to her, Chantel, this was great. I love this. I think I'd like to do this. And she said, well, James, honestly, I think you'd be really good at this. And so I'm like, I think so too. And there's so many people want to help now that I've grown and through all the stuff that I've been through. So that was a bit of a light bulb moment, because I've always loved helping people, teaching people. I didn't want to be a school teacher per se, but I always loved helping people and teaching people, showing people, to your point about your dad. And so that was the trigger moment, the light bulb. Hey, maybe I should learn more about this. So what I did is I just took course after course after training after training after training, and just learn that there's no failure, only feedback, like my hair today, whatever's going on with it. And just keeping growing, keeping failing, air quotes, and learning and continuing growing. And again, looking at, okay, how can I help that old version of me, or the old versions of me, with things they needed help with? And I guess that was what I needed to do. It's who do I need to help? How do I help them? Well, maybe I start with the old version of me. and then go from there. And that old version of me has grown, has changed, has evolved as I grow and I up level as well, you know, in my very old 44 years, you know. But I've had some experience in that's really grown as well. I'd say I'll leave it there. I'll leave it. That was a light bulb moment. And you asked how has it changed as well. It certainly has. Umpteen times, and I love being a student of life, always taking courses, listening to podcasts, reading books, you name it, just consuming massive amounts of education and volume and courses, trainings, breakthroughs, working with my own coaches. And I find that, to my earlier point, helps me up level, realize things and you know, free myself, become limitless, right? Become limitless. And as I do that, it helps others too. And as I evolve, so to speak, the people, not that anyone's better or worse, but as I evolve, the people I help, they're also more evolved. They've done more on themselves, and they're like, well, I've done the work and done lots. I just want to do the next level. And again, I was just there, so then now I can serve them and support them with that. So it's changed a tremendous amount. Who I've helped, how they help them with, what I help them with. Some things have come back full circle as well, which is interesting, fascinating learning. Avoiding some things I didn't want to do, and then sure enough, well, they're the things exactly you needed to do. So everything changes, everything shifts, and I guess it's why people need to be careful about worrying about having a purpose that's set in stone. And I need to figure out my exact purpose forever. No, it'll change. Just figure out what one person you want to help, because I guarantee you everything will change and evolve. What is one version of you or one type of person you want to help that resonates with you? Great question.
I love it. My beautiful guest that you love, James's answer and Penny's question. So my beautiful Wendy, I am going to go over to you, and Howard will be asking you a question, but we are 1 hour in. Can you believe we are 1 hour in already? So we're going to quickly do something in between, and then we're going to start in with you. So I am going to ask you question number 5. What role does passion play in your understanding of purpose, and how you differentiate the two? And then Howard will ask you a question, but a quick rapid one. So please unmute all of you and then tell us, what is your forever song? And while you are waiting, unmuting yourself, may I tell you what is my forever song? Oops, Blaze, it's you. It's not, no, that's not the song. That's not the song. You got me in front. So I just
sounds like a bestseller.
I just want to say, Howard, I do see my internet is a bit unstable. So if I do go out, will you just continue for me, please, Howard?
I'll host, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you. So my beautiful ones, my forever song is Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. My beautiful Penny, what is your forever song?
My forever song is by John Legend, and it's All of You Loves All of Me.
I love it. And my beautiful Howard, what is your forever song?
My forever song is Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
My beautiful Susan, what is your forever song?
The Joy of the Lord is my favorite song.
I love it. My beautiful Blaze, what is your forever song?
We had a good boogie to this. It's LL Cool J Phenomenon.
Wow, I love it. And my beautiful Susie, what is your forever song?
My forever song is by Pharrell Williams, and it's the Happy Song.
My beautiful Wendy, what is your forever song?
I think this applies to all of you guys. Turn On Your Heart Light by Neil Diamond. It brings me goosebumps every time.
Wow, I love it. I was looking for my rock star glasses, but now I cannot find it. My beautiful James, what is your forever song?
Well, you know, it is. I'm torn between "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey, Howard, Great Minds Think Alike, or "It's My Life" by Bon Jovi. It's just been it's my life. Just what do you want?
It's
Go for
my
it.
life. It's
Now or
now
never.
or never. I don't know where's my rock star. Oh, Susie, I wanted to put it on for you, my girl. I have to
That's right.
find it.
That's right. I ain't gonna live forever, so I just want to live while I'm alive. It's true. So true.
Now, Susie, I will have to go and look again. I don't know what I did with my glasses. I've got a whole bag full of
Look at 'em.
glasses. Okay, so now let me quiet down. I think. Oh, there you go, James.
Good on you, James.
We have the same glasses, Howard and I.
Wow.
Legendary.
Mine are shining brightly.
Nice.
So my beautiful Wendy. So my beautiful guests, you can all mute yourself except Howard and Wendy. Wendy, question number. Did I say 6 now?
Seven.
No, not 7. James had answered
It was
7.
about passion.
Passion, five.
Oh, yeah, 5. What role does passion play in your understanding of purpose? Please, my beautiful Wendy.
Well, I believe that if you're not passionate about your purpose, it can stop you in your tracks. Meaning that, we wake up every day and we don't always feel like, yay, I'm glad to be alive and I'm just feeling so wonderful. Because there's days we wake up and we just go, I don't want to. I have days I go, I don't want to get out of bed, but I have to get out of bed, and I have to get out of bed for a reason, and it's my passion. So you can't run a business or you can't have a purpose and it just be on your emotions. You've got to, the passion, your why has to drive you. It has to light up your soul so that whenever you're going, I don't know if I can do this today. I feel blah. That when you think about the lives that you've changed or touched, you go, no, I need to do this. I want to do that. I have to do that. That is the fire. That is what is your passion. You just can't not talk about it. You just can't not talk about it. And when you have that fire within you and you believe in what you do, it radiates from inside out. It draws the thing that I have discovered since I've been living my purpose is the amount of people that just come up to me randomly, or I'll be walking up the street and I don't even realize I'm smiling, and people are smiling back at me, and I'm like, oh, wow, hi, or somebody will go, this is going off topic here, but I have these silver Nike gym shoes, and sometimes if I'm not feeling, I will put them on and I will go uptown, and do you know what happens? It happens all the time. I get mainly guys, I don't do it for this, but mainly guys go, cool shoes, and I'm like, but if I have to do something to give me a little pump, that's what I do, because I'm usually the one pumping others up. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're emptying our bucket of love and knowledge and wisdom and hope, but we've also got to fill our bucket up. And Blaze was saying about men, and I've always been sort of torn between my niche, because I'll tell you why, and that is because ever since I was sort of early 20s, and it would be Anzac Day, and New Zealand and Australia make a big thing about the war veterans, right? And in our long weekend, there'd be a massive, biggest paper ever, really, of the year. And it would always be about the war heroes that came back, and there'd be the programs on the TV. And I was reading some of those stories, and the thing that would get to me every single time, and I didn't know why until I lost my baby girl, was, the guys would be telling their story, we flew in here and we parachuted here and we had to, climb up on the beach at night, and then there was gunfire and rah-de-rah, and then this happened, and then they would stop and they'd go, I'm sorry, and get really choked up. And it was like, I know that there was trauma, I understand that from my studies, but there was also shame attached to showing your emotions, to crying, to feeling. And the one thing I want to share with so many men out there, because my father was emotionally stunted because of the way he came through. He was a child of the war, which meant he was not emotionally available to me, which meant that I love my husband, but he was not emotionally available to me because that's what I sought out, because that's what I knew. And I tell you what, if guys know how to treat their woman, I mean with tenderness, with love, show their vulnerability, have our back, we can be independent, strong women, but we need our man to have our back and love us. And if you treat us like our queen, we will treat you like a king, because we can't help it. We just can't help it. That love is just pure. And when we need you to be there for us and hold us and say it's going to be okay, even though you feel like it's not going to be okay, it is incredible. And our men need to know there is no shame, no judgment for showing their emotion, that we are all biologically wired to be emotional human beings. We are emotional human beings. Our brain is operated. It operates that we feel and we act first before we think. That is the sequence of the brain. And that is why right up until the age of 8 or 9, all children feel with their emotions. And so that is when by the time you're 8 or 9, you've developed your identity about who you are, because everything is emotional. We take everything personally. So if you were shamed as a child, if you fell over and hurt yourself and told, get up, you'll be right, brush yourself off, stop your crying, I'll give you something to cry about, we take that on as there's something wrong with us. And this is where there's so many hurt, damaged men and women out there who don't know how to take care of themselves, don't know how to express themselves, because at the end of the day, all of us need to feel loved. We need to feel that we belong, and we need to feel like we matter. And another thing that, when we go through our transformation, our purpose, and as Blaze says, some of our friends don't like it because they're used to us behaving and being a certain way. And when they see us, this new person evolving, it's like it freaks them out. But equally, hang on a minute, this is the first time in my life I've got a voice and I've got boundaries. And guess what? You're not going to snap your fingers and I'm going to say, they're not going to snap their fingers and go jump and I'm going to say, okay, how high? I'm going to go, not this time. And as a woman, it wasn't until, honestly, 4 years ago, as they say, you have a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And I realised I was I was on my own. It was the first time I realised that the only person that could take care of me and be me was me, because I was trying to be what everybody expected me to be. So I was the helper, I was the volunteer, I was the nurturer, I was the carer. But then when it came to me being taken care of, so somebody had my back, there was no one there. It was conditional. It was with conditions. I will be there for you if. So that is why it's so important and so powerful that we know who we are and what we stand for and what our values are and what our identity is. Because if we lose our friends, if we lose our job, if we lose our marriage, we still know who we are down there. And no one can take that away from us.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That was beautiful. And I did bring out the queen because you are our queen bee, but we will discuss it when you're ready. My beautiful Howard, can you ask your beautiful question for beautiful Wendy?
So she answered the question by her beautiful truth and testimony. And my question, that you did answer was, how do you find that intentional, authentic truth? And you answered it so beautifully. And you had to go through a lot of learning in order to get there, but you got there. And so I want to thank you for that, because there's not a question that can be asked after what you just served up to. It was so powerful. But I do want to add one thing. I've got cool shoes too.
They are. I love the blue.
And the blue is very intentional for me because the blue is the color of colorectal cancer. And I think of people to go get screened, the people in treatment, and the people that have passed. And it means something to me. And I got all people going, I love those cool shoes. And that means something great to me. So your silver shoes, wear them proudly, wear them often. I think we lost her.
I just saw we lost it. Thank you, my beautiful Howard, for that question. But I still have to give a beautiful hand clap. So, my beautiful Susie, are you ready?
I could say I was born ready, but that would be a bit braggy, wouldn't it? Because you're really not.
You can't say that. My rock star. Can you give somebody advice that maybe are on their purpose, but then feels like they're going to lose their friends and family if they continue on this journey?
So you just broke up a little bit there. Can you ask me that again?
Okay. I'm sorry. I know it's my internet. It tells me my internet is unstable. So do you have any advice for somebody that knows his or her purpose, but feels they are a bit scared to continue because of the repercussions of family and friends?
Yes, well, this has been covered by several of us as I think is you have to step outside your comfort zone. If you stay living in your comfort zone and you fear what other people think and what other people's opinions of you, you're going to be stuck where you are for a very long time, because other people's opinions don't matter. That's their journey. And a lot of the time, other people's opinions of us are based on their own limitations on themselves, and they're often mirroring, their fears, and they're putting it on you. So my advice would be, as the Nike ad says, just go for it, just do it. I came forward in a big court case. I didn't do it for me. And some of the things I've achieved in my life that have been quite huge, I didn't do it for me. I did it for other people. I came forward in that really big court case for the women who were assaulted when they were little girls. I didn't do it for me. That then made it just much bigger, things. I think when we do things for others, and we're not literally doing it for ourselves, the journey that life takes us on is our purpose. And I think it's not like being a selfless thing, but it really is serving in the real definition of serving. I was like, you know, I came forward for justice. I came forward at a time when, you know, women were all lying and we're all liars and we all do things for press and, you know, we're doing things for money. And I came forward in a time where society hadn't actually caught up with the actual reality of what was happening, you know, in the world. And it took a long time. I came forward in a case that was, it was scary. It wasn't easy to come forward. We were all given lifetime anonymity by the British courts. And I chose to waive that anonymity in 2019, you know, 5 years after I came forward, because, you know, we were given anonymity for our safety. Because people had their hate on and millions of people around the world got their Suzi hate on without even knowing who I was. And then society caught up. So never be afraid of coming forward and telling your truth and living your purpose. If we live life, you know, if I was worried about what other people thought of me, I wouldn't have done half the things that I've done in my life. It has made me the woman that I am today. And getting over you know, you've got to get over stuff. We have to heal from our childhood, and we often get to midlife, you know, from like 40 odd, and we have to deal with our stuff because if you haven't dealt with it and you haven't gone through stuff, it's going to hit you in the face, and you know, you're going to have to deal with it. And you get like Blaze has got a beautiful family and he's got kids. I've got a boy. You know, my boy was 12 when I went to the UK. And he knew exactly what I was doing. He knew what sexual assault was. You know, he knew what I was doing. He was really proud of me. He's 22 now. I've raised a beautiful young man who is, you know, really the young man that we wish to raise, who's in touch with his emotions. We set an example by how we conduct ourselves in life for the next generations to come and for the older generations to educate them. So never stop yourself. Always step into who you are and be your authentic self and move through life with passion and purpose. And that's how the ripple effect will happen. And you'll influence people without even trying.
I loved it. What is your golden nugget?
Oh, it changes. But most of the time, my golden nugget is age is just a number, to be quite honest. And you know, don't let the societal definition of aging stop you from doing anything at all in life. You know, just be you and go for it.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. My beautiful guest, I am bringing in Wendy. And then I would quickly ask, Susie, can I play your video once more? Then I will be going to Howard for his next question and his golden nugget, and then Susan, and then Blaze, as we just continue like that. So here we go.
Hi, I'm Suzi Dent, Empowerment and Wellbeing Coach. If you're in midlife and ready to embrace the next chapter with energy and confidence, I'm here to help. You might look in the mirror and see the visible signs of aging, but deep down, you know that age is just a number. My Thrive and Renew program is designed for women like you who want to rediscover their vitality and feel stronger in body, mind, and spirit. In just 30 days, you'll unlock the vibrant, empowered version of yourself that's ready to shine. It's time to thrive and renew. Please visit my website, ageisjustanumber.com.au for more information.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. So did you love my rock star glasses?
Oh, you're awesome.
My beautiful Howard, I've got your glasses that you left in New York for me. So can you please just give the viewers out there a tip or two how to connect with their purpose?
Absolutely. So when you're looking in that mirror, you actually have to make a decision, okay? And you can do this daily. You can do this in the evening before you go to sleep. But you have to make a decision how to choose to shine brightly and use that light for yourself. Okay? Self-care, self-love. Then it's very natural to then lift up others. Then we join hands and our light together, and we become a force multiplier for good and positive change. And our neighborhood, our communities, and the world becomes a better place. And we have done a perfect example of that on this show. Our light is joined together, and we are more powerful, and we are beaming.
I love it.
Nugget.
I love it. And what's your golden nugget?
That is my golden nugget.
Oh, just repeat it again.
It's we choose to shine brightly for ourselves and others, and we join to become a force multiplier for good and positive change, and the world does become a better place. It's our unified, and that's the movement.
That's the movement. I love it. I love it. My beautiful Susan, are you ready? I'm going to play your video, but then I'm going to also ask you, what tips do you have for somebody that maybe are on the borderline of their purpose? And then Blaze, I will go over to you. And I've got the special glasses for you, my angel lady. Here we go.
Are you ready to be unstoppable? Unstoppable in your business, unstoppable in life. I've worked with so many entrepreneurs that are doing really big things, but they are struggling with chronic pain and anxiety. Well, I knew I needed to create this program. 12 weeks to Unstoppable, overcoming pain and anxiety. Through energy healing sessions, techniques to ease anxiety, exercises to boost vitality, you will feel unstoppable. If you're ready to supercharge your business and change how you show up in your business and in life, this program is designed for you. You matter, and what you do matters, and it's time for you to soar into the life that you were created for. Contact me, Susan, at formtosoar.com, and let's soar you into that new life now.
Oh, beautiful. So this is my glitter glasses. Can you see all the different rhinestones? So my beautiful Susan, what tips can you give?
I'll follow on with my golden nugget. So every morning I ask this, God, what magnificence can we create today? Because I know the past is the past. We all have stuff that happens, but we all have a brilliance and an amazingness that we are, and we get to choose what we want to do with that each day. So I would just say, choose, ask, connect, and tune into the divine, tune into yourself, and notice, how can things be better for me, better for the people that I'm going to be seeing today, better for my family, better for those in my community. However broad you want to spread it, it really is just knowing how amazing you are, how brilliant you are, and searching to create that each day. And the angel, the God and the angels for me are how I tune into that more actively. And I'll just say, Angel, Sanet always calls me the angel lady, because I truly do talk with angels every day, because they are here to help us. They truly are here to help us, but they can't help us if we don't ask. And so that's just part of what my tip is to utilize these heavenly and divine resources that we have, and your own intuition, your own light, your own way, and truly step out. Doesn't matter who thinks what about you. Doesn't matter who says, "Oh, why are you doing that?" Doesn't matter. You get to be who you are meant to be and just have an incredible life if you just choose it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Susan. Okay. Blaze, is it both you or the sound? It sounds to me. I'm going to unmute you again, so let us hear. Okay. Okay, Blaise, the sound comes from
Yep.
your side. Can you tell us what, if you have a tip, and then also give your golden nugget to us?
Sure. There's a question you asked before around, I can't remember who it was, but about what happens when you're on purpose and people start to to fall away. There's another thing that I feel that is missing with that we need to also explore. There is a lot of the time we can get caught, we men and women get caught in seeking validation from outside of ourselves. So we're doing this so dad's proud of me, or we're doing this so my partner's proud of me, and I feel that external validation is a trap. And so a tool that I teach a lot of men is to celebrate ourselves openly. And if we're able to celebrate ourselves openly, we don't need validation from anyone outside of ourselves, which is easier said than done, because as a kid, that's where we get our validation from. So we've got to unwire ourselves. So the way that we teach that is for a man or a woman to know their eccentric value system. So from our value system is where we judge and perceive the world, and this is where we get to validate ourselves from as well. And so my golden nugget is to not let your past define who you are, rather it refine who you are. And there's a really cool phrase that is, you don't have to be the man you were 6 years ago, 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, let alone 6 seconds ago. So on a dime, you can change who you want to be on this planet. And so, yeah, that's my golden nugget.
I love it. So can you see my shark glasses?
My boys would love those. They're obsessed with sharks.
This
Awesome.
is from my grandchildren. It's for kids, so it's quite pulling me. But I don't want to use it. It's like it's too strong here. But I don't want to use shark because of Australia. I want to give you something else. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. And you are bringing sunshine to so many men around the world. Thank you, my Blaze. Thank you. Woo-hoo. So the next tip is Peggy and beautiful. James, are you ready? And I've got specific glasses for you as well. So my beautiful thing, can I show you your video first before continuing? Here we go.
Hi, I'm Penny Hopkinson, author of Manual Magic, Create the Operations Manual your franchise needs to succeed. Step into a world where knowledge is power. My book transforms the traditional operations manual, empowering franchisees to thrive. As an expert in knowledge sharing, I help businesses engage today's digital savvy workplace. Imagine your team crafting dynamic visual procedures right from their smartphones, then accessing them at the point of need via QR codes. Manual Magic is your blueprint for success. Don't let outdated manuals hold you back. Head to Amazon and grab your copy today. Let's build your success together.
Wow, Penny, that's beautiful. So your glasses is stars, but this glasses have star earrings as well. So just give me 1 second. I've got it on. I've got it on. My beautiful one. Do you have a tip for somebody that really wants to be in purpose every day? Oh, just now I cannot see. Wait. Unmute. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Well, the one thing that all the franchisors and all the businesses that I've worked with over nearly 40 years have is passion and purpose. And they communicate that passion and purpose to their franchisees, licensees, and their employees. So my little golden nugget is identify what you love doing and whether it helps others and how it helps others. do your research, ask lots of questions, shape it, and go for it.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Penny. So, James, the glasses is ready. But first of all, can you give us some tips? And let me just quickly go down and then I'm going to unmute you. Just give me 1 second. There you are.
Hey. Okay. And sorry, you said give us some tips, correct?
Yes, give us a tip for people to be in their purpose all the time or every day.
That's a really good one. So tip, okay, for someone to be in purpose, on purpose every day, I would say a couple of quick things. One is to have reminders of your purpose. Have your purpose written out. Have your purpose on your phone. It's like have your daily declaration of who you are, what you want. You speak it and write it out and speak it. As your alarm, waking you up in the morning, as your alarm when it's time to go to bed. It's actually when you're tired. It's actually going to help. Basically, self sleep state programs, self hypnotize you as well. Sanet, that those goggles look like the same goggles I go ATVing with in the woods. That's hilarious. I have those same goggles, by the way. I think another thing too is to really stop worrying what people think about us. I think it's a huge thing, and I used to be a people pleaser, a fence sitter, a nice guy. All this, be a great person, be a kind person, yes, but avoid being a nice guy or nice girl, or letting people walk all over you. People are going to complain about us and whine about us and hate on us, no matter what we do. So we might as well be on purpose and say, "This is my purpose. I don't care who hates it, who doesn't like it, who says it publicly that they don't like it. I'm on this anyways because, well." If not, then that's pretty much a life unlived. And then B, again, people are going to chirp on you anyways, hate on you anyways, say stuff anyways, dislike what you do anyways. You might as well do what you love. You might as well be on purpose, making a difference, helping people, living a kick-ass life. And again, otherwise, it's a life unlived. I think being authentic and being true to ourselves and figuring who that is, life journey, I think, and figuring who that is. Because people say, be yourself, just be yourself. But I think the last thing I'll leave with is we need to find who that is. And it can be a journey. It can take time versus, I don't know who I am, so can I not find my purpose? Because people say, be yourself, but I don't know who that is. It's okay. Figure it out. Take action. Be willing to fail. Be willing to take huge risks and have huge failures and ask. Get mentored by someone on the call here, right? By one of us. And find who that is, your terms, what's non-negotiable, what do you want, what's your values, what you love, what you hate, and what lights you up, what bores you to tears. I think that is one of the biggest things I can contribute.
Thank you. And what's your golden nugget? James, what's your golden nugget?
You cut out there for a moment. The golden nugget is to, I would say, be authentic, because that sums up everything I've said. Be the most authentic version of you, most authentic, raw, real version of you. Yeah.
So did you like the glasses, the aviator glasses?
I love the glasses. I'm like, I have those. When I was talking, I'm like, I have those glasses. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you. And then I do have, punk rock or steampunk. Steampunk.
Nice. Love it. Love it.
So, my beautiful Wendy, I'm sure you're going to wonder what I'm going to put on. First of all, Queen Bee.
Nice.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then my husband loves Neil Diamond. If I hear Neil Diamond, I know this is my husband. So I know this is more Elton John glasses, but can I put it on for Neil Diamond?
Those are amazing.
Can you please give us your tip or two and then give us your golden nugget?
Okay, so my golden nugget has always been, I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become, by Carl Jung. Because what happened to us in our past does not define who we are. We can be who we are in this moment going forward. And do not let the past hold us back from the person that we're meant to be, because there's a lot of things that happened in our childhood that stops us from being that person. And this is where I want to share what Sanet's been implying about Wendy B King. Is I had a breakthrough last night, and about defining who I am serving, and it is going to be woman. And Wendy B came about because there was another Wendy the same age as me, who lived in the same street as me, who had the same birthday as me, who was always getting picked up from the police because of being an alcoholic drunk, throwing things at the people in the stores. And it was going in the paper all the time, and it was Wendy King, Wendy King. And my boss that I worked for at the time was always giving me a hard time. He'd go, Wendy, we have to have a chat about this. You know, this is just not good. So when I went into my business, I thought, I'm going to be Wendy B King. But what happened last night, and then with me realizing I want to serve women and help women, is I was reading about the beautiful honeybee and we call ourselves busy bees. And a bee has multiple purposes. And a bee, when it's on that flower, it's feeding itself, it's nurturing itself, it's taking care of itself. But it's also gathering pollen. When it's buzzing, it's vibrating, collecting the pollen, and it's going around all the different plants. And if we didn't have the honeybee, 30% of our food would not be here. The honeybee is vital to us on this earth. And so my women out there are my honeybees. And so Wendy B is going to be B-E-E, King, and my little tagline is be you and be free. But I will help you do that, because just like the structure of a house, if it's not constructed properly, the wiring's not done properly, the plumbing's not, we have to attend to that. And I know how to do that. You can't just read self-help books. You can't just go on a diet. You have to rewire this. We have to know why we do what we do before we can change it. So be you and be free, my little honeybees.
Oh, wow. Isn't it beautiful? And it was still today for me, my beautiful one. It was 9 o'clock this morning when I witnessed a aha moment with Wendy, and I'm truly privileged to be able to witness that. So, my beautiful guest, can you think we've got only 7 minutes to go? So now I'm going to ask you to please unmute yourself and then do a rendition of your forever song, but two lyrics. That's all. Okay, but all of us together at the same time. Are you ready? Howard, are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm walking on sunshine.
Something like a phenomena. Something like a phenomena.
It's my life.
Turn on your headlights, let it shine wherever you go. Let it make it happen.
Riding on the midnight train, going on and on and on and on.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
My life.
Oh boy.
That was something else.
My beautiful Penny, how are you feeling at this moment?
Absolutely great, because I think everybody has got such a wonderful perspective on what purpose is, and they've all gone into it in a very much deeper sense than I would normally think about it. So it's given me a huge amount to think about.
Thank you. Blaze, for a little while, I muted you, but we will unmuted you. My beautiful Howard, how are you feeling?
I feel energized, and I feel that we shared amazing knowledge out there with the audience and with each other. And I have to actually I need some time to take it in because there was some very powerful sentiment there, and I want to actually honor it. And I took some notes, and I will review that before I go to sleep tonight and have it seep deep within me. So I want to thank you all. It's been a real true pleasure. Thank you for doing this, Cindy.
And Howard, you are welcome to ask me a question as you are the man that knows me the longest. And I'm going to ask Susie the same thing as well. My beautiful Susan, how are you feeling?
Oh, energized was a great word, Howard. Just uplifted, energized, just feeling just in my purpose, in my love and in my life, and you just being with all of you here just really expands my life, and I hope that we can all expand each other's lives.
Wow. Thank you, my beautiful Susan. My beautiful Blaze, how are you feeling? But just give me 1 second. My Blaze, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling aligned. It's really beautiful to be around some like-minded people delivering a message. And it's really beautiful common thread that we all hold about purpose. So, yeah, feeling very aligned and privileged. So, with that, thank you.
And thank you so much that I could hear your children while you were speaking, because I do miss my grandchildren tremendously.
Oh, yeah. It's chaos at the moment. It's like almost 7 o'clock in the morning. So they're up and about. And they're little munchkins too, 6, 4, and 3. So we're right in the thick of it.
And please enjoy them, because you will go like this, and then they are older. So enjoy them. Thank you. And then I'm going to go over to beautiful Susie. Susie, you know me the longest, for more than 4 years already. So I'm going to ask you and Howard to ask me a question after we've gone through everybody's feeling. But how are you feeling?
I'm feeling ever so grateful to have started my day with a beautiful bunch of people. To listen to your stories has been just wonderful and has filled my heart. I'm so grateful that we have a lovely group that have shared with all the people that are watching today, Sanet. Everyone that's watching live, everyone that's watching on the pre-record, thank you for joining us because you've had some amazing stories that I know are very uplifting. So it's been a great start to the day. Feeling very joyous. Thank you, Sanet.
Oh, thank you, my beautiful Susie.
My beautiful
James. No, I just want to ask James and our Queen Bee, and then I'll come back to you. My beautiful James, how are you feeling?
Hey. I'm feeling great. I'm actually ending my day because it's about 5 p.m. Eastern time now. So ending the day off on a high note and just hearing everyone's stories, their achievements, their journey, their growth, and again, making our scars our strengths and making our wounds our wisdom. Like I've done, it really helps me realize why we're here and why we're doing this, and just to both, it's a journey of growth and learning, and also it's a journey of just enjoying everything that happens without necessarily labeling it as good or bad. Okay, this is, and what do we need to do from here, and enjoying every moment of it, versus, again, like I said, seeing good or bad or otherwise. Okay, how am I going to be better, faster, stronger, braver, bolder, smarter, whatever after this, and how does whatever this thing is that's happening right now, how is this going to set me up to fulfill my passion, purpose, and mission even better, no matter what is happening at the moment?
I love it. Thank you so much. My beautiful Wendy, my Queen Bee.
Thank you, Sanet. This has been so amazing. And, I just, do you know what is just, I felt, the word that I felt is unity and love. 2 words, unity and love. And, just like the human body, the hand isn't any more important than the eye. The leg isn't any more important than the arm. The nose isn't any more important than the foot. And here we are, we're like parts of the human body. We all need each other, and we're all doing our bit for humanity. And it's just, never think, I have self-doubts. We're just human. Never feel that you're not wanted, needed, or that you don't matter, because you do. And I appreciate you and love you for what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beautiful Wendy. My beautiful Susie, we've got 2 minutes. Okay, ask my question.
How do you feel, Sanet? You've changed the lives over the last 4 years of so many people around the world. How do you feel?
The last 4 years, it's incredible. And you just gave me tears in my eyes. But how do I feel at the moment? Can I show you? This is how I show. And being able to change a lot of people's lives the last 4 years, I'm truly privileged to be me. Thank you, Wendy, because everything that happened to me helped me to be the person that I'm now. So thank you, my beautiful Susie. I love you. Mwah! My beautiful Albert. Thank you, my beautiful Albert.
So I just want you to say, how has your passion and purpose from the caterpillar to the butterfly changed you?
So for me, I became more beautiful for myself.
You were always beautiful.
When I became more beautiful for myself, everybody around me became beautiful. And that's why I can say without a shadow of a doubt, beautiful Penny, Howard, Susan, Blaze, my rock star Susie, James, and my Queen Bee, I love you with all my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My beautiful guest, will you have a dance with me?
Of course.
Thank you. And you can unmute yourself, Blaze. We can hear those beautiful children of yours, my beautiful viewers. Will you please dance with us? They said yes. They said yes. Here we go. Here we go.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling eyes reminding more. Swimming in the sun.
Oh, Wendy. Okay. Come on, Jerry.
Oh,
you are so beautiful, my kid.